Ugh. Hey, Dylan.
Yeah.
Come and take a look at this.
Very well. What is this that you speak of?
What's up? Look at this email. Read the heading on the email.
Problem dog, but I don't want a robot. Jesus.
So how many times have we heard that? I don't want a police dog. I don't want boot camp. I don't want a robot. I don't want my dog to be a robot.
What?
Why is it that people think when you teach obedience that you're sucking the soul out of the dog?
Almost every eval, someone says that.
Yeah.
Like I remember one time the dog that bit me in a very private area of my body. When I was closing out the eval, telling them what the recommendation was, the guy, I think it was, said, "Yeah, I mean, we have these problems." The dog was outrageously aggressive, and he goes, "But I mean, it's, we don't want like a robot. Like I don't want him to be like a police dog." And I was like, "How about you just get him to stop biting me in the dick first, and then we can talk about some other things." Like, what does that even mean? I don't want my dog to be a robot.
So should I cut to that clip? Yeah, I should.
Yeah, you should probably show the
I'll
things.
cut to that clip. People tend to want to pamper their dogs. They want to take them to dog parks, and they want to get them dog beds and clothes and toys and all that stuff. That's what the dog may want, but it's not necessarily what the dog needs.
Right.
So just like this email is saying, they're having problems with their dog. What the dog needs is obedience.
Yep.
And that's really hard for people to understand because they think it means they have to end their nice relationship with their dog, I'm guessing. Obedience should enhance your relationship with the dog, not diminish it.
Right.
Let's go to a recent video that you did
Yep.
with your dog, Paul the pit bull.
Yes.
And let's take a look at what is happening. This is Paul going to a heel. There's no leash, there's no collar, there's no food, and it's one continuous clip. There's no edits here, right?
Right.
So you're looking at a dog who's working for you that used to be completely out of control. You can go backwards, he goes into heel. You can go forwards, he stops. You stop, he sits. He'll pivot with you. This is heel. This is what heel is. Now, I'm going to point out to the good people, this dog's tail never stops wagging.
Right.
He used to be just an angry little, ooh. And now, because you're the teacher and he's the student and everything we preach here, we start to see a dog who's happy in his obedience. He's in a service mindset, where before he was in a selfish mindset.
Yep.
And when a dog goes into a selfish mindset, what they do is they take. They're greedy. And then when you try to do something they don't want you to do, you get bit or you get growled at or you get nipped. It's really hard to teach people that a lot of the dogs that are having aggression problems and just being out of control, even shyness problems, are because the dogs are very confused about the pack order. Now you can go, here's where you go to play. So you're going obedience and you're using play as a reward, correct?
Yep.
Yep. And then you go right back into obedience. That's, people think you can't play with your dog if you're doing obedience. There's less equipment on the dog. There's no bribing the dog. The dog's happy and understands its relationship and its place in your relationship. And now you've got a dog who's got a lot of distractions here, but is so tuned into you that you can go from obedience, which is a happy thing, to play, which is a reward, and then right back into obedience. But the problem is if you're playing all the time and then you try to scream the obedience into the dog, we call that daddy's been drinking, or mama's been drinking. Sid, God damn it, Sid! That doesn't work. This is obedience, play, obedience.
And people probably wouldn't believe it, but obedience is the number one thing that kept Paul alive and saved his life. Because if I hadn't taken him and done the work that we did with him, he'd have been put down.
Yeah.
He had no other options, and if he didn't have obedience, he would continue to just be wildly out of control.
Right. And obedience saves lives. When the dog's running towards the street, you can call it back. It gives up what it wants to do what you said. Obedience saves lives. So, it's not making soldiers or police canines or robots. It's really speaking to the dog the way the dog truly understands.
Indeed.
I hope that this gives people a better understanding of we're not making robots out of dogs.
Right.
Making obedience the right way is very natural to a dog.
Mhm.
And people don't want to give up what they have, but they usually have a little axe murderer or a dog that's just wildly out of control or a dog that's completely shy, and they don't know why they have those problems.
Mhm.
Obedience teaches the dog, you're the teacher, they're the student. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
We're not making robots, we're training
I
dogs.
don't even know how one would do that.
Make a robot?
Yeah.
Well, you have to put batteries in it and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. If you or anyone you know has a dog that needs obedience or you have a behavior problem, give us a call at Canine Solutions Training Services. You can get the number off the website, and we would be happy to help you. Thanks for watching. Oh my God, that's
That's
so
gorgeous.